So good morning, everyone. And today we are going to study about this book, ROJIN. And this is phenomenal book. I think that this book will differentiate happy science from other religions. So one of the reasons I chose this topic is because we need to have a modern enlightenment. Yeah, modern enlightenment. What is the essence of the modern enlightenment? So I believe in a word, it is the power of ROJIN. So today we are going to focus on the power of ROJIN. Why do we need the power of ROJIN? So this is a quote from the first chapter of ROJIN, Spiritual View of Life. The master said in this book, how could we help nurture the seeds of enlightenment? Ultimately, the important thing would be to show how wonderful it would be to attain enlightenment. From now on, it will be important to produce people having both otherworldly abilities and the abilities of this world. So we want to spread the truth. But the master is saying what is important is to show them how wonderful it would be to attain enlightenment. So in order to show it, in a wonderful way, we have to have two kinds of power: otherworldly powers and also abilities of this world. And the master said, if Jesus Christ or Shakyamuni Buddha were present on earth today, they will both be providing themselves in the performance of their work as individuals with excellent abilities. Essentially, an enlightened person must become a person with outstanding abilities. So to be awakened, to be enlightened does not necessarily mean to escape from this world. So Master is saying, if Jesus Christ is in here, he will have wonderful abilities of this world today, and Shakyamuni Buddha too. This is really amazing quotes. And the Master said, I believe that people in this world will not trust the behavior of those who claim to have been spiritually enlightened, but whose other abilities are actually questionable. So people cannot trust you, even if you have a bodily, even if you have a so-called spiritual power, like maybe you can hear your guardian spirit's voice, or you can see something spiritual. If you don't have if you don't have a ability, for example, to afford your family or promote your work in business, so people are observing your abilities, and whether or not you have abilities of this world is also important in the missionary work. Our master said, the more enlightened a person becomes, the more influential that person should also become in this world. This will be the focus. The main theme of this book, ROJIN, Buddha's mystical power. So that's why the master is recommending us to have both power, spiritual power, and also this worldly abilities to afford your family and also promote your business at work. So how can we do it? So that's why ROJIN is very important. So what does ROJIN mean? Master said, the idea of ROJIN can be described as a mystical power of people who have advanced to high level of spiritual ability, while simultaneously holding their skills to be better in this world. This is how describe ROJIN. So if you have an excellent skill, maybe in the public speaking or in business, while having respect to something spiritual, and also devote yourself to the three treasures, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, that would be wonderful of you with the power of ROJIN. Master said, this is a quote from the preface. ROJIN is the ability to live a completely normal life while having immense psychic abilities. It is the ability to actualize the extraordinary in the ordinary. I believe that the state of ROJIN is a golden key to open the way to consider what enlightenment will be for people living today. So Master is a great example of ROJIN. So Master have abilities that nobody in the universe have. But even so, Master can live in this world like in a normal way as well as a human being. So you shouldn't show off your spiritual abilities. Well, you should, how to say, yeah. So even if you are spiritually awakened, what is important is to live a normal life, like as a decent person. So today we are going to contemplate two kinds of points from this book, ROJIN. So the first question is, did you improve your abilities of this world to the extent that people around you recognize or respect you while seeking enlightenment? So whether or not you are becoming a mentor or teacher is very important to let people know what is truth or Buddha's truth in this world. And the second question would be, what will happen if happy science can produce many spiritual, at the same time, excellent people? So that is the power of the ROJIN. So we need that power because happy science should spread, expand it to the every corner of the world. But in order to do so, we need more angels who are spiritual but also excellent in this world. So Master said in the first chapter, the most important thing when entering the path toward Buddha's truth is to have a good mentor or teacher. So if you make yourself like a good mentor or teacher for people around you, those people will follow you. Then your people also enter the path toward Buddha's truth too. So what is important is to establish yourself first. So let us now have a time for contemplation with these points. So happy science make efforts to let people spiritual, but at the same time let people get their wonderful skills in this world. So now we are going to contemplate for 5 minutes. So let us contemplate about the power of ROJIN together. Thank you, Lord Alcantara, for your guidance. So how did you find that contemplation? I think this is very important because other religions, such as Christianity or Buddhism, recommend people to get rid of the attachment and don't attach to the worldly things. But happy science, in a sense, affirm the worldly, affirm the practical methods because it is very important to build the brilliant utopia. So in order to, yes, of course, we have two kinds of purpose of this world, which is to polish your mind, but also another purpose of this world is to build the brilliant utopia. And in order to do it, we have to have a practical skills. And that skill also control your spirituality too. So we need to have two kinds of power, spiritual power, spirituality, and also, in a sense, practicability, or the skills that you can use to be of service to people. So let us deepen the understanding of the modern enlightenment with this book, ROJIN. Thank you very much. So I will stop recording.